Hey guys, it's your daddy here. I actually bought a storage unit from hell. Literally. I mean, this thing was a nightmare. So, I used to buy a lot of storage units over my lifetime. I bought probably a couple hundred of them back when I had a used furniture store. Anyways, this one just beat me up. And it reminds me of that old movie with Jim Carrey. You remember Liar Liar, I think it was called, where that scene where he's in the bathroom and he's just punching himself and slamming his head into everything, and guy walks in and said, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I'm kicking my ass. Do you mind?" That's kind of what I feel like I should have done after buying this unit. So anyway, stick around and you guys can see the misery I went through. Well guys, I just bought a storage unit. Paid, well, by the time I paid all their fees and everything, it ended up being right at $300. So we're about to dig into it and find out what kind of stuff we got. All I was able to see was the front of it from the pictures. Oh my god. Look at that. This is a 9x9 and it's jam-packed full. So I see a New Wave oven right up there on top. So unless that thing's broken or something, I know I'll probably get, by the time I part it out, probably $40 or $50 at least out of that. So anyways, I'm about to get dirty. Wish me luck. I don't know, I think this might end up being a really bad buy. There's a washer and dryer right there. There's a wingback chair. One of those great big projection TVs that you just about can't give away. Bunch of Christmas stuff. A fan that I wish I could plug in right now because it's about 120 degrees in here. That's some sort of old chair. It's another table. Another table there. Hopefully the legs to it are in here somewhere. But yeah, I'm not seeing much of any real value right now. Alright guys, here's an update on the storage unit I bought. Man, there is a ton of stuff. So I've decided I'm just going to have a yard sale and I'm going to liquidate all of it. There's some good stuff, there's some garbage, there's some stuff I'm going to have a tough time selling. Rocking chair, I mean, it's just old and faded. It's still sturdy, so I'll probably be able to sell that. This table and chairs. I cleaned off all these, there's two Barco loungers over here. Actually sprayed them off with a pressure washer because they were been in there for like 5 years, so they were really dirty, really dusty. So there's a couple of Barco lounger recliners. That one's got a little hole right there you can see. But there's those two. It's got a footstool. Obviously got a washer and dryer. It's actually a pretty nice set. The haven't tested them yet. I sprayed them off, but I haven't tested them. The washing machine, the back is off of it, so that's probably not a good sign. But the dryer is really clean. And then, oh my gosh, look at all this stuff. This is all kinds of home decor. She had everything, like Christmas stuff, tons of Christmas stuff. Fall stuff, boxes all labeled fall. Easter, 4th of July, Halloween, Thanksgiving. I mean, she's got decorations and stuff for every season. Got some luggage in there. Got a vacuum cleaner. I mean, there's just tons of stuff. A few tools. She's got lots of birdhouses. She had a thing for birdhouses. And then got a desk right here. That's a table that goes with the chairs. Some of those chairs aren't matching. There's only like 2 of them that match. So, and then there's another table over there. The legs for it are right there. Tons of pictures. Great big projection TV that I'll probably end up having to take that to the dump. I'm not sure, but still got a few boxes over there I haven't gone through. But as far as eBay selling goes, about the best thing I found in all of this so far that would sell on eBay is a Game Boy Advance SP that, if it works or if it doesn't work, it'll bring like $45 for parts. If it does work, it'll bring more than that. I just have to locate the charger for it. So anyways, lots of home decor. I'm gonna have a yard sale tomorrow, and then I'm gonna sell everything dirt cheap, because it's either I sell it, people take it away from here, or I'm gonna end up taking a lot of it to Goodwill or Savers or somewhere like that. So there's a wingback chair right there too. That's actually in pretty good shape too. So there's lots of curtains, lots of clothes. I'm not gonna mess with the clothes though. There's a lot of clothes. So anyways, oh, over here too, there's a couple of there's a printer, a couple of VCRs. I might put those on eBay. Those might bring, you know, 40 bucks each if they work. Haven't tested those yet. And then, you know, lots of plates. This is more of her Halloween decor. So she just had all kinds of stuff. Tons and tons of stuff. It was like a whole house full. So anyways, yeah, that's kind of where we're at now. There's another radio in there. Can't really see that desk too well, but the desk is in pretty decent shape. There's a microwave. This is a lot of some of the decoration and home decor type stuff that she has. Pine cones. She's got these giant pine cones. Got tons of them. So yeah. Anyways, oh, there's an old antique. I don't know if you can really see it too well. An old antique wooden chair. Of course, it's missing one wheel, but that would have had some. It does have some value, but it's missing a wheel. So leaf goes in that table right there. That's the legs for it. So yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. This is what you get when you buy storage units. You just never know. Sometimes you get a lot of real high quality stuff. Sometimes you gotta have a yard sale or something and bang it out $1 at a time. So that's kind of what I think I'm gonna have to do on the bulk of this, but I'll have no problem making some money. The washer and dryer in good shape. The 2 chairs, you know, the Barco loungers will make some money. The wingback chair, even the rocker, the old rocker, it's an old chair, but still people love those. Somebody will buy that and put, you know, paint it or put a finish on it. So we'll make some money, but a little tougher than I wanted it to this time. So usually I like to sell 3 or 4 items and make all my money back, but I'm gonna have to sell a bunch of them to get it back this time. So they're not all home runs, so just keep that in mind if you ever decide to buy one. Sometimes you can make your money back on just a couple items. Sometimes you got to sell the bulk of it to make some money. So I think that's what's going to happen on this one. I'll let you know how the yard sale turns out. It'll be tomorrow. So stay tuned for the update. So as you're probably beginning to see, that I got all kinds of stuff that I'm going to have a real tough time selling. So that's kind of what happened. I put everything out for a yard sale, spread it all out. I think I almost died while I was moving everything, because I picked days, apparently it was going to be 102 degrees, and then, yeah, I really struggled with this one. I'm going to tell my wife to probably take my wallet away so I can't ever do that again. But anyways, kind of spread everything out, had a yard sale. The washer and the dryer, I ended up selling to somebody who had a used appliance store. And they came by, and I didn't get a chance to test them because the back was off the washer. It wasn't even there. It wasn't even in the unit, so it was completely gone. So I kind of suspected that probably didn't work. And then the dryer looked okay, but unless I was going to move my dryer out and then move that one back into the house to plug it in to test it just wasn't worth it. I was kind of, to be honest, I was a little frustrated that I got hammered on this thing. So I didn't bother testing it. I put it out there, and I was just telling everybody, hey, I haven't tested them. They may work great, they may not work at all. But if they don't work, you can bring it back, and I'll give you your money back, and then I'll just take the butt whooping on that. So anyways, a guy that owns an appliance store, used appliance store, that's what he does. He repairs them, fixes them, refurbishes them, whatever. He said, I'll give you 75 bucks for them the way they are. If they don't work, it's my problem. I'll put new parts on them, do what I got to do. So I said, okay, take them out of here. But the wooden rocker, it's kind of an old wooden rocker, really faded. The finish was gone. I mean, it was still fairly sturdy, but I ended up getting, I think I sold that for like $15. So there was a lot of stuff in there that I was really struggling to be able to sell. So anyways, the way that this turned out was I paid $300 for the storage unit. I ended up renting a box truck from U-Haul to move it all. Brought it to my house, which I didn't have anywhere to put it all, so I stuck it all in the driveway and said, okay, I'm going to have a yard sale tomorrow. And I did. Anyways, I ended up making somewhere around $360 in the yard sale on a Saturday. That's what I ended up pulling in from it. And then Sunday, the next day, I just kind of used that day to continue the yard sale, but I just made everything free because I didn't want to have to move it all again. It was an absolute nightmare having to move it, and it was still at like 102 degrees. So I'll know better not to do this again. On a unit like that. A good piece of advice, and my wife reminded me, when you see the front of a storage unit and they open the door and you can see the front of it, if stuff is just crammed in there, there's no organization or anything like that, it's just shoving 10 pounds of crap in a 5-pound sack, you pretty much know that those people they're not taking care of their stuff. They probably don't have a lot of things that they really care about and are going to take good care of. So you should probably avoid those units if you can, unless you just get them dirt cheap. But anyways, this is a hard lesson learned, and I learned it, so I won't do it again. Not summertime, anyways. So, anyways, I made about $350, $360, something like that in the yard sale. So I did get my money back, but then I had the cost of the box truck. So, that was, it cost me, I think, $31 for the day. So I really had to bang it out, just a couple of dollars at a time, just to get my money back. So I did put the Game Boy Advance SP on eBay, and I put it on there for parts because I don't have a charger, I don't have a game to test it, anything like that. I put it on there for $60, so that's pretty much going to end up being my profit for this when that finally sells, about $60. And I spent a good portion of Friday moving it, setting up for the yard sale for Saturday. Then I spent the entire day on Saturday selling all this stuff. then I spent Sunday giving a bunch of the rest of it away, and then taking what was left to the thrift store and donating it. So I pretty much just donated my time for a couple of days and sweat like a dog, and didn't make hardly anything on this unit. So not all these units are home runs. You know, Storage Wars makes it look like you're going to go in there and you're going to buy these $300 units and you're going to, you know, sell $10,000 worth of stuff. Now, I've had units where I bought them, you know, for $200 or $300, and I've sold everything for $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. But I've done that through having a used furniture store where I could put everything in a retail market. You know, not selling it on Facebook or Craigslist or something like that. I could take a sofa set that you might get $150, $200 for on Craigslist or Facebook, and I could put that in my furniture store, clean it up real good, and I might get $400 or $500 for it, right? So I had an advantage there. But trying to do it where you're selling at a yard sale, it's a little tougher. So anyways, you should probably learn from my mistake. I've learned this lesson before, but you know, it's like a hot stove. You touch it, and then you get burned, and you go back 5 minutes later and say, hey, was it really as hot as I thought it was? And touch it again. Yeah, it was. So just learn the lesson the first time, and if you're going to buy storage units, buy the ones that look like they're organized, look like people care about what's inside of them, or did care about what was inside of them. And don't just buy the ones that are just absolute junk where everything's thrown in there. I mean, I got so many decorations for Halloween, Christmas, fall, Easter, all of that stuff. And I'm not saying that none of that stuff is worth anything or doesn't have any value or people don't want it. It's just not stuff that's going to bring much money, right? So anyways, learn from my mistake. And then if you're going to buy units, just if you can't see anything of real value right in the front that you know you're going to get your money back on, and if you do, people are going to bid you up on it, so you're going to have to pay a ridiculous amount of money for it. But Storage Wars kind of made sure that was going to happen. I could pick up storage units for, you know, $100, $200 for a 10 by 10, 10 by 20, and I could go in there and I could make $2,000 or $3,000 out of that unit, no problem. As soon as Storage Wars came along and made it all sexy and cool and hip and everything, and everybody started going out and doing it, well, then it became those same units that were selling for $100 or $200 started going for $800, $1,000. So made it a lot tougher to be able to make money on them. So it's kind of calmed down some now. So anyways, just keep that in mind when you're thinking about buying storage units. I generally try to, you know, buy units that I can recoup my money in just a couple of things, 2 or 3 things. So I don't really have much investment tied up in the rest of it. I can just, you know, donate it, get rid of it, give it away for free, whatever. So anyways, it's a good lesson to learn, and I will catch you on the next one. Daddy out.